new regulations that the Justice Department has come up with for the FBI. They're guidelines. The guidelines explain that the FBI can now open an investigation if they are passed, if, they go into effect. They haven't yet, and some senators are angry about this. Of course, they're Democratic senators, and so they're going to have a hearing about it on September 17th. But if the Justice Department gets its way and just simply passes these regulations, they're not laws that have to go through Congress, the FBI will be allowed to open an investigation of an American, conduct surveillance, pry into private records, and take other investigative steps, quote, without any basis for suspicion. You understand that? That's amazing. They didn't pass a law about it. They didn't go ask the courts about it. They just said, oh, voila, the FBI can now get any of your records without suspecting you of a damn thing. I've never heard of anything more unconstitutional in my life. Apparently, they just think that the Fourth Amendment is a joke. It says you cannot do an unreasonable search and seizure without, or you can't do any search and seizure without obtaining a warrant from a court. They look at that and they go, right. Sure, we already shredded the Fourth Amendment. I don't need no damn warrant. I don't need probable cause. I don't need any of that. I just started an investigation on you. I'll look into your computers, look into your health records, your financial records. I'll tap your phones. I'll do whatever. That's exactly what it says. I'm not in one scintilla exaggerating this. And without any suspicion at all. Is that American? I mean, when I was young and I was taught in civics class, and then later I went to law school and I read about the Constitution, this is as un-American a thing as you could possibly do, where the state gets into all of your private records without any suspicion at all that you've done anything. So, but don't worry, Attorney General Mukasey, who is independent, that's why the Democrats confirmed him, because he's so independent, says, well, look, don't worry about it, man. We'll probably have a reason for it. In fact, most of the time we'll have a valid purpose. Oh, wow, that's really reassuring. Do you have to run it by a court, your valid purpose? No. You have to check with Congress or anything? No, just trust me. We'll have a valid purpose. And likely, we will not simply base this on somebody's race, religion, or exercise of their First Amendment rights. You know what that means? First of all, it means they're going to base it on your race, your religion, and your exercise of your First Amendment rights. The fact that they even put that in there rings bells in my head. You know, that means you speak against the government, all of a sudden we're going to have a very valid purpose in investigating all that you've got. Oh, and we didn't find that you did anything wrong, but we happened to expose all these embarrassing details about your life. Well, what could we do? Hey, listen, go talk to Valerie Plame, see if that ever winds up coming to any effect. No, we just get away with it. We'll do it anytime we like. And they say, but no, don't worry, we're not going to consider any of that. Mukasey just told us, man. And no, do they have any checks on it? No, they don't have any checks on it, but just trust them on it. But here's one of the problems. In 2003, George Bush already put together a guideline allowing officials to use ethnicity or race in narrow circumstances to detect a terrorist threat. You know what that means? They literally can look into all of your private records because they don't like your race. Now, most of the time, they'll probably use it against Muslims. Now, is that reassuring to you? I don't know. I thought Muslim Americans were Americans. But apparently that's way out the window, right? But every once in a while, will they use it to investigate black guys? Or how about Mexicans? You know, they're bringing in all sorts of drugs from the border, I hear from Lou Dobbs. You know, they need to be investigated. It's not about that. It's just in narrow circumstances. Since there was no check on it, we figured we had a valid purpose in investigating most of the Mexicans living near the border or in a border state in general. Yeah, there happened to be a guy up in San Francisco, but hey, California is kind of a border state. So we had a valid purpose. Anyway, look, you can make up any scenario you like on this, and you won't be wrong because there's no check on this. This is 1,000% unconstitutional.